ASMR Gaming News. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to ASMR Gaming News. Please hit that like button, sit back, relax, and let's begin. So this is an amazing week for video game news. So we have a lot of news to talk about, so we're going to be going through all of this stuff pretty fast, so we have a chance to talk about everything. So GTA 6 got its official reveal this past week. Absolutely broke the internet. Apparently it set trailer records. Apparently within the first 24 hours of the GTA 6 trailer coming out, it got over 90 million views on YouTube. It set like the new world record for game trailers. It's like the best, like fastest, and like, watched game trailer of all time, as far as YouTube goes. But apparently, there is one video that still surpassed it. It's a BTS music video. I think that got over 100 million views on YouTube in 24 hours. So BTS fans made sure to keep the #1 spot. But as far as gaming goes, it is the #1 for gaming. So pretty crazy record right there. Everybody was talking about this. Rockstar officially released the trailer. I talked about it in a previous video on the channel this week. But yeah, GTA 6 officially coming out in 2025 on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. And about a year or something later, they're gonna release it on PC, like they always do. So, very, very excited. The trailer looks amazing. The graphics are absolutely incredible. So, this is gonna be the game of the year for sure in 2025. I don't see any other game getting game of the year except GTA 6 probably, just because of how amazing it's gonna be. Next, this week was special, not just because of the GTA trailer, but because of the Video Game Awards. So every single year, there is a special Video Game Awards show, kind of like, the Oscars for movies or the Grammys for music. The Game Awards, basically, is where people vote on what game should win Game of the Year. And we have, like, the lists of all the winners for 2023. So, Game of the Year went to Baldur's Gate 3. For those that don't know, Baldur's Gate 3 is like one of the biggest launches of the year. It's like an RPG game. It came out on PC originally, and then it came out on PS5, and now it is out on Xbox. Pretty amazing game. I actually have it as well, so I completely understand it winning, Game of the Year. Some people are a little bit angry that Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, Starfield, and Final Fantasy 16 did not win Game of the Year. But honestly, Baldur's Gate was something incredible, so I understand why that game won Best Game of the Year. Now, there is a very interesting thing about the award show that, as a Fortnite fan, I'm a little bit annoyed. So, there is a category for Best Multiplayer Game of 2023. Guess what multiplayer game won? Baldur's Gate 3. Yes, the multiplayer for Baldur's Gate 3 ended up winning Best Multiplayer for some reason. I know it's good, but it's really strange over games like Apex, Overwatch, Fortnite, that it ends up winning for multiplayer, but okay. was another award for Best Ongoing Video Game that supports the community and has been going on for a while. That award went to Cyberpunk 2077, and a lot of Fortnite fans were very angry because it seems like every single year at the Game Awards, Fortnite kind of gets forgotten a little bit. Like, this year for Fortnite has been absolutely insane, especially with the return of the OG Fortnite season, which brought in insane record-breaking numbers of fans returning to the game. So I think if any, video game should win Best Ongoing Game that gets new updates, new content, it should be Fortnite, because I don't think Apex, Call of Duty Warzone, Overwatch, Valorant, I don't think any of those games compare, but yeah, Cyberpunk ended up winning in that category, so a lot of people were a little bit mad about that. But, yeah, and then there were a ton of other categories. Best Music went to Final Fantasy 16. Best, sound design went to Xbox's Hi-Fi Rush game. So, they gave something to everybody, so little by little, even Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda game, ended up winning. Let me see what they won exactly, but they won in a category. Let me see, where did they win? Yeah, they won Best Action and Adventure Game, so that went to Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Let's just see. Yeah. Alan Wake 2 ended up winning Best Art Direction, Best Story. That's pretty interesting. Best Strategy Game went to Pikmin 4, and Best Family Game went to Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Best Action Game went to Armored Core 6. And Best Fighting Game went to Street Fighter 6. And of course it did. That's the best fighting game of the year. So yeah, lots of awards given out this year. So we also got a ton of video game trailer reveals. So this is it. We're going to be talking about some crazy trailers and just new information that came out because of the new Game Awards show, because during the show they were showing all these new trailers. So let's just jump right in with one of my personal favorites. They showed a trailer for a new Jurassic Park game called Jurassic Park Survival. Apparently it takes place right at the end of the first Jurassic Park movie, and you're alone in the park, and there's raptors and the T-Rex, and everybody's after you, and you have to survive on your own. A lot of people are saying it's like Alien Isolation or Outlast, but set in Jurassic Park. So I am very excited for this game. Next, we got an announcement about God of War Ragnarok Valhalla getting a free DLC that comes out next week on PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, which is kind of amazing. Usually DLC is not free. You usually have to pay money for that. But the developers of God of War Ragnarok are really nice, and yeah, they're giving out this DLC as a free Christmas present to everybody, so that's gonna be amazing. Let's see, what else do we got here? Oh, this is actually kind of cool. They are making a video game based on Marvel's Blade. Blade, the character Blade. Well, there is a Blade movie that they're making, so I guess maybe this video game is going to tie in with the movie. But Blade is awesome, super cool, kind of vampire hunter. So I'm very excited for that. There was a little trailer they put out. We got a trailer for the next Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi game. This game is basically Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4, but it has been renamed to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And the reason for that is, over here in America, that series was called Budokai Tenkaichi, but in Japan, it was always called Sparking. So that's why the title is a little bit different, but it's a sequel to Budokai Tenkaichi. It's the next game. It's coming out on PS5, and it looks absolutely incredible if you're a Dragon Ball fan. This is like the best trailer I've seen for a video game in like the Dragon Ball universe I have seen in a while. Let's see, there's so many game announcements. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. They are remaking the Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons video game. It's gonna be coming out on like PS5 and stuff. It looks amazing. It's basically like an HD remastered remake version of the original game, so it's going to look even better than the original one did, because the original game was kind of like an indie game. You know, it definitely didn't look like a ton of money was put into it, so I think they're trying to remake it with better graphics. We got a trailer for Persona 3 Reload, which is the remake for Persona 3. Super excited about this. Persona is one of my favorite RPG series. Really love it. It's super anime, so if you're not into that, it's definitely not for everybody, but I love it. Fun characters, kind of dark, cool story, great gameplay. Very excited to play this remake. They put out a gameplay trailer. Looks amazing. Now, here's where we get some really cool stuff. So Sega, you know, the developers of Sonic and Yakuza, well, they did something that they haven't done in a while. They announced, finally, games that people have wanted them to make for a very long time, because people always say Sega only cares about Sonic. Well, it seems like Sega heard about this, and they are developing like 5 remakes of their classic video games. So Jet Set Radio, they're gonna do a completely new game, a sequel, a remake almost of the first game, but completely new. They're gonna make a new Shinobi, a new Crazy Taxi game. Oh man, I am so happy they're making a new Golden Axe. These are all classic Sega titles, and I'm very happy for them. I would love to see Sega do this with more of their games, because they have so many great video games that they just never do anything with. So, yeah, they basically had a trailer, and in the trailer, they announced a bunch of different games at once. I've never seen anything like it, but honestly, that is super cool. Square Enix, the developers behind games like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, they announced a brand new game in the Mana series called Visions of Mana. And honestly, this game doesn't look too bad. It's like an action RPG style game. It looks pretty cool. It's going to be coming out on everything except for the Nintendo Switch. So I guess, you know, it's a pretty graphic intensive game, so you need a PS5 or something to play it. They announced Monster Hunter Wilds, which is the next big, you know, Monster Hunter update coming in 2025. Let's see, what else? They finally released the, oh man, what was the name? A trailer for Skull and Bones. Remember that Ubisoft, you know, pirate and sea sailing game? Well, finally we got a trailer, and apparently the game is supposed to come out on PS5. Let me see exactly. I think they said next year, but I'm going to double check just to make sure, because you never know with Ubisoft. They always delay their games, but yeah, they released a new trailer. The game is supposed to come out in 2024, apparently in February, so that's just a couple of months away. And if you like pirates, if you like sailing the open seas, this game looks like it's perfect for someone that's super into something like the Sea of Thieves or Assassin's Creed 4. So, looks great, Definitely check out the trailer for that. Let me see, what else do we got? I'm trying to go through everything. Apologies, they announced so much stuff. Seriously, so much stuff. They announced a brand new sci-fi epic action RPG, kind of like Starfield, but different. It looks really awesome. There's a trailer out for that. It's coming to Xbox, and it's called Exodus. Next, they showed off a trailer for the first Descendant. This is an upcoming game that made an appearance at the Game Awards, and it looks a lot like, I want to say, kind of like, it's tough to describe it. It's like a mixture of like a bunch of different games. Honestly, I thought it looked pretty cool. Let me see if I can like pull up a better trailer here. But it's called The First Descendant. And it basically looks like, I want to say like a sci-fi kind of like epic RPG journey with like boss battles, really cool action. Honestly, I don't know if it's a shooter. It looks a little bit more like maybe it's like a hack and slash action style game, but it looks super cool. So that got announced. There is a new extraction shooter called Exoborn, which got a trailer at the Game Awards. That is honestly pretty cool. It has like PvP and PvE combat, and it's made by the developers Shark Mob. That's a super cool name, by the way, but yeah, there's no release date or anything on that game yet. Let's see, what else do we got here? I'm going through everything, like I said. The developer behind the video game No Man's Sky is finally making a new game. So after years and years of updating No Man's Sky, it looks like the creator is finally looking to make something different, completely brand new game. So they showed this game off, and it looks amazing. Definitely more fantasy, I would say, than sci-fi. So this looks like it has more of a fantasy vibe compared to No Man's Sky. It's called Light No Fire, and it looks like you're gonna be scaling like these huge mountains, and there's like dragons and things you can fly. Honestly, reminds me of like Avatar, if any of you ever watched that movie. So that looks awesome. Let's see what else. Hideo Kojima revealed his new video game. I think it's an Xbox exclusive, at least for now. We don't really know much. He has been super secretive about this game, but it's called OD. Yes, OD. And the trailer was like super creepy. It had these like AI characters that look like actual actors, just saying like random words over and over again, and it started like echoing, and it was like super creepy. So I have no idea what kind of game this is gonna be, but knowing Hideo Kojima, it's gonna be something super special and unique and interesting. So definitely have to check that out whenever it comes out. Okay, and the final piece of news is actually perfect because this game got announced a while ago, and it's called The Finals. Yes, The Finals. So this is a free-to-play first-person like shooter that got announced a while back, but it got a brand new trailer at the Game Awards, and guess what? They literally said, oh yeah, the game is out right now, today. So this is like the only game that immediately came out during the awards. They surprised everybody, and they stealth launched the game, which is like super awesome if you think about it. So yeah, it's out right now. You can actually check it out. The trailer's on YouTube. It's called The Finals. So if you want to play some free, cool first-person shooter, definitely check this game out. It looks awesome. It's kind of like an arena shooter. Definitely gives me like Valorant and whoa, my computer fan's going crazy. It definitely gives me like Valorant and Apex Legends vibes a little bit, something like that. So if you're a fan of those style of games, maybe check this one out. And that's basically all the big and important video game announcements that were announced at the Game Awards and during this week. So if you have any pieces of news or things that I missed, please let me know in the comments below. I feel like I covered everything that I could. super excited with all these games and announcements we got, so I'll see you all next time. Thank you all for listening, for watching, and so long.